Saram, dear elders, brothers and sisters, wishing you happy and holy Aaradhana Day. Welcome to part 1 of Region 3's special Aaradhana Day program. As we get started, let's join together in a few moments of prayer to our dear Lord Sai for allowing us to connect virtually and for reminding us that He is always with us, especially during these unprecedented times. Dear Swami, we offer our love and gratitude at your divine lotus feet. We'd like to thank all of our frontline workers. We truly appreciate all that they're doing to keep us safe and well. We send our prayers and positive thoughts to all those that are affected in any way during this pandemic. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. On this auspicious day, we are reminded of one of Swami's profound messages which he gave in a divine discourse on June of 1974. And Swami declares, consider the meaning of the name Sai Baba. Sa means divine, I or Ai means mother, and Baba means father. Your physical parents exhibit love with a dose of selfishness, but Sai, your divine mother and father, showers affection or reprimands only to lead you towards victory in the struggle for self-realization. For this Sai has come in order to achieve the supreme task of uniting the entire mankind as one family through the bond of brotherhood. His task is to affirm and illuminate the Atmic reality of each being in order to reveal the divine, which is the basis on which the entire cosmos rests. It is also his task to instruct all to recognize the common divine heritage that binds one to another so that you can get rid of the animal and rise into the divine. I had to tell you so much about my truth, for I wish that you contemplate on this and derive joy therefrom. I wish you may be inspired to observe the disciplines laid down by me and progress towards the goal of self-realization, the realization of the Sai that shines in your hearts. My dear Sai family, let us be reassured that Swami is taking care of us as our divine, eternal mother and father. May we observe the disciplines laid down by him and connect to that Sai that is in all of our hearts. And let us fulfill his wish by contemplating on his message so that it brings us joy on this holy day. Today, we present a YA cultural program entitled Many Lamps, One Light, followed by devotional singing led by YAs throughout our region. Before we begin, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our incoming regional female rep, Sister Alekia Rao. We're excited to have her to be part of the regional YA team, and we look forward to working together. We thank Sister Nisha for her love and commitment in this role and her continuing support. I now turn you over to Nisha and Alekia for a few words, and then to Brother Bart Sanders, who will be introducing our cultural offering. Jai Sairam.
Sairam everyone, and thank you very much, Brother Ramesh. We are very excited to welcome Sister Alekia to the regional YA team as our new female YA rep. Just a little bit about Alekia. She came to know Swami in 2001 when her family started attending Sai Center and she started going to SSC classes. And since then, she has been able to go to Bharti on many different trips and also serve Swami in his hospital and also on various dental mission trips around the world. Alekia has been an active member at her Sai Center, and she has served as the Center-wide rep and also the SSC coordinator, and she is a graduate of the 2018 Satisai International Leadership Program. Personally, it's always very fun working with Alekia, and she's a very creative person. I really admire her love and her dedication that she has for Swami, and she's always been someone that I have looked up to, and I know she's going to be a wonderful addition to the team. I would now like to take a moment and thank Swami for this incredible experience that he has provided me to serve him as the Region 3 Female YA Rep. This has been such an amazing journey, and I've learned so much over the last 2 years and been able to meet so many people and also come out of my comfort zone in many different ways. I would also like to thank my family and friends, the regional officers, and also the national YA team for all of their love and support that they have provided. And last but not least, a huge thank you and shout out to all of the young adults of Region 3. You guys are such an amazing and incredible group of young adults, and it has been such an honor to serve as your Region 3 Female YA Rep. I pray to Swami that he will continue to guide us on this spiritual journey that we are all on together. And with that, I would now like to welcome Sister Alekia Rao as our new female YA Rep for Region 3. Thank you, and Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram! My name is Alekia, and I am the incoming female YA Rep for Region 3. I would like to take a moment to thank Nisha for being so amazing. Nisha, you are everything one could hope for in a YA rep. You are a kind, thoughtful, considerate, and responsible side leader. I admire you more than words can say. You have consistently shown your commitment, devotion, and dedication to Swami. You have already made my role as YA rep easier by providing such a clear example of how a YA rep should be and providing an abundance of support. I know you will continue to be a Sai leader in our young adult community. We will continue to be inspired by your leadership and company. We are all looking forward to doing Swami's work together. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, my name is Bart Sanders and I'm a young adult from Atlanta, Georgia in Region 3. The upcoming production, Many Lamps One Light, was created in early 2017 by a small group of very excited young adults dispersed around our region. We originally started to brainstorm on a video call, something we're unfortunately very familiar with right now, on what we wanted our cultural performance for our annual regional retreat to be. And we all agreed that we wanted our performance to leave our audience thinking, to have a message of unity in a world ever divided by race, religion, gender, differences of opinion. Many of us had even personally seen examples of this divisiveness in our own communities, in our families, in even our own Sai centers. And we wanted to bring about a shift in perspective so that everyone around us would be able to embrace Swami's teachings of love all, serve all, and unity and diversity. What started as just a small skit eventually turned into a full-fledged Hollywood-style production, with over 80 young adults from around our region contributing their talents in all sorts of things: script writing, acting, voice acting, choreography, shadow dance, songwriting, music performance, even to set design, costuming, stage management, lighting, soundtracks, and video editing, and much more. Months of all of us practicing around the region in the cities that we were in culminated in all of us coming together at our regional retreat, a couple long days and long nights of putting everything together. And then finally, the beautiful 2-hour production offered at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Lord Swami. And that production was so well received. But Even more exciting was the movement that began in its wake. We young adults went forth, inspired to further the Swami's mission of love and inclusion, and we planned a regional sports day service project with the Syrian refugee community in Raleigh, North Carolina, as well as several other events exposing both young adults and SSE children to various diverse religions and worldviews. And most of all, as individuals, we were all transformed by the whole experience. Swami definitely gave us many of our own sadhanas along the journey that helped us to grow and understand him even better. So the question on our mind all right now is, what must we do if we really want to see this world transform? Through this performance offering, we will embark on a journey of a man who learns to embrace unity and diversity by seeing the same divine light in all. I pray you all enjoy Many Lamps, One Light. Jai Sai Ram.
Dear Swami, please accept this humble offering at your divine lotus feet. From our inner Swamis to you, please accept this offering of many lamps, one light. Om Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, my dear audience. I said Sai Ram. We would like to welcome you tonight to our feature presentation. Tonight, we will embark on a journey. But before we begin, we have a question for all of you. Have you ever felt disheartened by everything that is going on in the world today? Have you seen the turmoil in our community, in our societies, and has it made you feel hopeless? Have you ever wondered, will things ever get better? Well, tonight, we bring to you a story of what happens when we lose our way, when we falter and stray from the truth, when we forget that the same light resides in all of us. Often, we forget the oneness and are blinded by the veil of illusion, which casts flame and smoke on our ideas of duality and multiplicity. We forget our beloved Bhagwan's greatest teaching, love all, serve all. With that said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Om पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो धन्दी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः।
In the beginning, there was only sound, the sound of Om, the sound of God. With this sound came the light of love, the light of Sat Chit Ananda. This light fills up each and every one of us. It gives life. This light is the divine inside all of us. Yet we forget about this light. We falter and lose our way as the veil of Maya rises.
My dear audience, sometimes we feel that what we believe and understand is the only way to be. We've all been there. And yet, when our beliefs are questioned, how do we react? Tonight, we would like you to meet Dr. Gopal, a distinguished college professor, experienced in philosophy, religion, and truth, at least as he knows it. He spends hours every morning in intense worship of his beloved Lord Krishna. But recently, he has faced a real tragedy in his personal life. And to add insult to the injury, he is continuously dejected by everything that seems to be falling apart around him in the form of hatred and intolerance. This has only amplified Dr. Gopal's dedication towards his prayers. Sometimes, when we face tough times, we turn to our beloved Bhagwan to help us in those moments of confusion. Let us see how Dr. Gopal deals with the challenges that he's facing in his life.
Taken just after the explosion. Witnesses say it was a chemical weapons attack, and in the video it appears to bear all the hallmarks.
The gas attacks are continuing every day, and no one is doing anything to stop these gas attacks.
Other victims were taken to a makeshift clinic built in a cave to protect it. There, a father kissed his daughter goodbye.
Every day, another tragedy. It is so terrible. Everyone is fighting against each other and so many people are dying needlessly. What is the world coming to? I know what the problem is. People in this world are confused. They forget to live their lives the way my Gita prescribes. If everybody would be just like me, we wouldn't have all these issues everywhere. My traditions, my culture, my religion has so much history and perfection in it. If people only knew and accepted this universal truth, they would immediately follow my way of life. Please clear my mind of these horrible tragedies and thoughts. I'm tired. Oh Lord, I pray to you with so much devotion each day. Please send me a solution so that I may be your instrument to work and solve all these world problems. Please stop the fighting. You know the real reason I became a college professor was that I could impart your teachings to my students so that they can understand. If they all just follow the same path as me, if they believe all the things that I know to be true, I know everything would be solved.
साई नाम से लगन जप ले साई नाम रात दिन कर ले ये नयन साई रूप के मिलन कर ले चरण कमल की नमन मुझे दर्शन दो कृष्ण।
I'm always late to philosophy class. I don't even know why we come. We're never gonna use all this high-level stuff in our real lives anyways.
Yeah, man. To be honest, I'm just gonna be Snapchatting the whole time anyway. This class is so boring.
Come on, guys. It's our last class of the day. Plus, we've never had a professor as unique as Dr. Gopal. Let's at least give him a chance.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He actually was a really nice guy, but after what happened with his family, he seems to have changed a lot.
Pity that had to happen to him. He's such a good man. Anyways, let's grab our seats. Pizza and jam session after class?
We're down.
Welcome to class. Today I am going to cover a topic I am very passionate about. Truth. Let me start off by asking you three, why were you all late to the class? I want to know the truth.
Sorry, Professor,
Miss Steinberg needed help carrying some stuff to her car.
So we got late to class since her car was all the way on the other side of the parking lot. That's the truth, sir.
Oh, okay, well, that might be your truth. But I know there is only one truth, and that is that you boys don't value my class as much as some of my other students do. And so you don't get here on time. Shame, shame, shame.
Professor, we're really sorry. We'll do our best to be here on time at the next class.
Yeah, we'll do our best to be good students like Rishi.
Hey, okay, moving on. Let's get back to the lesson. So, I was talking to Rishi about this before the class started. What is Sat? Truth. Let me give you an example. Look at this picture here. The artwork is called The Lake. Apart from the lake, what is the first thing you guys see in this picture?
The mountain, sir.
Good. And what else do you all see?
The trees?
Anything else?
I think those two covered everything I see in the picture.
Are you all sure you don't see anything else? What about you, Rishi?
I see a bird in the tree, and I see a fish in the lake.
Not bad, Rishi. You all see the lake from a different perspective. One sees the trees on one side, another sees the mountains. If you were one of the fish in the painting, you could see the water all around. Or if you were a bird, you could see the same fish swimming below. But are there many different lakes for the many different perspectives? No, there is only one lake or one truth which can be viewed many different ways. Yes, Rishi?
Sir, wouldn't all those perspectives be correct though? Wouldn't the fish be equally as right in their view as the person seeing the mountains?
Nonsense! You always think too much. No, Rishi. As I said before, each might have their own idea of what the truth is. For the fish, the water is the air it breathes. But for us, to name the water as air would be a lie. Water is water only. I think that's pretty clear. Hello, pay attention. In a similar way, let's take a real-life example. Do you all agree that there are all kinds of horrible things going on in the world? Any idea where these atrocities stem from?
Because everyone is not noticing the fish and the bird in the picture like Rishi.
Oh.
This is not funny, guys. We have troubles in the world because there is too much diversity. Everyone fights about their differences. I wish we could show all of them the right way to live so that the world would be a better place. But at least I can start with you all, my students.
So, are you going to teach us how to live, Dr. Gopal?
Let me start by telling you all the fundamental truths that I have learned throughout my studies.
Professor, it's not fair of you to say that the way you live your life is the right way either. You're just being like those people who are fighting about their differences. I personally don't believe in a God, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I do plenty of service projects, and I'm studying to become a doctor so I can save lives. Science has saved many more lives than your God ever will.
I also disagree with what you're teaching. My family goes to church every Sunday, yet I never tell any of my friends that they have to convert to my religion because that's a personal thing for me.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
Okay, class, just please settle down. These are interesting perspectives, maybe.
You all may have different views now. Eventually, you will continue your studies, face intense struggles in your life like I have, and understand the real truth as I know it.
Professor, how do you know that your truth is the real truth? When we go to sleep at night, we dream, don't we?
Yes, Rishi, but where are you going with this?
Hear me out. When we dream, don't we believe that it is reality? When do we realize that what we saw in the dream is not real?
When we wake up, of course.
Exactly. Then how are you so sure that the truth you're experiencing right now isn't just a dream?
Well, okay, class, we will ponder about this question for next week. In the meantime, don't forget to do your assigned reading and the essay on truth. Class dismissed. Rishi, can I have a word with you, please?
Professor Gopal, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you or anything.
No, it was a good question. Rishi, you're wise beyond your years, boy. You remind me so much of my... Never mind. You can go. Hopefully I'll have an answer for your question next time.
Perhaps we can discuss this during your office hours tomorrow? I'd love to talk to you about this further.
I don't know, Rishi. I may have to cancel my office hours tomorrow or maybe even this whole week.
I need some time to think, Rishi. Have a good day.
Okay, sir. Well, hopefully we can meet and discuss this some other time.
What is truth? These kids don't understand what truth is. I know the truth. I have studied the scriptures for years and I know that I am right. And I try so hard to impart to my students these important truths you have given me, O Lord. But they don't understand it at all. Even though I know these truths, why do I still feel that emptiness? Since that day, I still feel as though something is very wrong. I pray to you, O Lord. I can't do this anymore. I can't go on feeling like this every single day. Please show me the way.
As Dr. Gopal's frustrations increased, he knew that he needed to dedicate all his time into finding the answers to his questions, finding a solution to his sorrows and confusion. He knew that only by intense dedication and single-pointed focus will he find these answers. He decided to take some time off work and retire to the mountains in North Carolina, where he immersed himself in deep chanting and the continuous repetition of the Lord's name.
This emergency meeting has been called as a result of our divine child's devoted prayers. We have heard his summons, and we are here to answer his prayer. I welcome all of you, embodiments of love, in many forms and names, to this grand meeting of the Soham Summit of Gods. Jesus, I haven't seen you in 2,000 years. Let's start with you. Here's the one who walked on water, the one who healed the sick, helped the blind to see, and rose from the dead. Introducing Savior Jesus the Christ.
Love one another as I love you. By this all people will know that you are my disciples. And I am honored to introduce another who has dedicated his life to the spreading of God's message of this love that we all share, introducing Muhammad the Peaceful.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all, mashallah. There are 4 things that support the world: the learning of the wise, the justice of the great, the prayers of the good, and the valor of the brave. And one who has inspired this bravery in the hearts of many, who broke against the mold to help people pursue the truth. Introducing Zoroaster the Wise.
Hamazor Hama Shobed. May we all be united in strength and righteousness. Welcome to one, to all. Let us give our reverence to the fire, which represents our connection with the divine, with all that is good, Ahura Mazda. There can be no greater example of true reflection than the one who achieved nirvana under a Bodhi tree, the one who taught the equanimous escape to human suffering. No other than Buddha, the blissful.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Dear ones, may we all experience the inner lotus of peace that lives deep within each one of us. With this inner peace, we will bring about the world peace which we are all so dearly looking for.
Thank you for coming at such short notice, but it looks like we have someone missing?
Sorry everyone, I was in the middle of a dance with a Gopikas.
Chi, Krishna Kanaya, you're always frolicking, but now is the time to be serious. We are here today because of a prayer to what is within. A light has gone out in the world, and our child, Dr. Gopal, has prayed for us to aid him in relighting that fire. Matrubhumi, our Mother Earth, has a message for us.
मैं माँ हूँ, धरती माँ.
Dear children of the universe, I come bearing dire news. Dr. Gopal's prayer brought us here today, but it is only one of millions. So many beings are crying out in pain, sorrow, and anguish, begging for our help in solving these terrifying challenges. Wars are ravaging nations. Children are left to die, and people are being denied their basic human rights. How can we stop it all?
Mother Earth is correct. We must encourage the Asha within each human being and help them remove the drudge, the chaos and confusion. Asha, which is truth, righteousness, and godliness, is an innate quality of every human being. Asha is represented by fire, and we have to awaken this fire within them.
Dr. Gopal and others are praying for us to come down to earth and solve all the issues which are plaguing the world today. Yet, we have all come down to earth so many times, and we have given humanity all the answers they will ever need. But there is no inner transformation. People get inspired for a few days, but they quickly forget the truth.
Yes, when I left the physical plane, the message to the people was to move from the form of God to the formless God. Now, it is a crucial time for each person to look within and find the God inside themselves, to enact the change they wish to see in the outside world by changing the way they think, act, and feel within.
All are created in God's image. Inherent goodness is a quality of all humanity, yet each person gets corrupted along the way. It is time we awaken the good which is innate within every person, even Dr. Gopal, though he does not yet realize it.
Sometimes it takes the guidance and mentorship of a prophet who can be a messenger of God's teachings to remind people of this innate divinity.
I have the perfect solution for Dr. Gopal's prayer. So I have actually been watching him and his interactions for a long time. He prays to me for several hours each morning, and he has a pure heart that is full of good intentions. He has been through much pain and sorrow recently, but throughout all of it, he has intensified his devotion and faith. So I sent one of my messengers to be a boy in his class. His name is Rishi. Rishi has been watching Dr. Gopal and questioning his beliefs where they need to be challenged. And now that Dr. Gopal has spent some time in intense prayer and sadhana, I see that he is ready to experience some inner transformation. I will prompt him from within to go back to teaching his class, and I will task Rishi with guiding him towards realizing that this change comes from within.
Shri Krishna, this is a fantastic idea. Remember, we must be gentle with Dr. Gopal. He has a fragile heart, yet I know he will face these challenges with strength.
I would love to help Dr. Gopal relight his inner fire. I will step forward to assist Rishi in helping Dr. Gopal to remember the truth.
Let us observe this earthly play unfold. Blessings be to Rishi, our messenger, and to Dr. Gopal, our divine child who seeks transformation.
Eres tú, mi Señor, Jesucristo Mahavira, un solo Dios y nada más. Jehová, oh Allah, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Sai, Zoroastro, Guru Nanak, Masa Buddha, Narayana, Satya Sai Baba nos unirá, es una sola humanidad, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará.
For your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate, and to discriminate only generates hate, and when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Yeah, the madness is what you demonstrate, and that's exactly how anger works, operates. Man, you gotta have love just to set it straight. Take control of your mind and meditate, let your soul gravitate to the love, y'all.
People killing, people dying, and hurting, you're divine. You practice what you preach, and the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, so guide us from above. People doubting, doubting, questioning, where is the Lord? Eres tú, mi Señor, Jesucristo Mahavira, un solo Dios y nada más. Jehová, oh Allah, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Sai, Zoroastro, Guru Nanak, Masa Buddha, en una sola humanidad, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará.
Whatever happened to the values of humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity. Lack of understanding leading us away from unity. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling under. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. It's no wonder why sometimes I'm feeling under. Gotta keep my faith alive till love is found. Ask yourself,
where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Father, 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 help us, guide us from above. Eres tú, mi Señor, Jesucristo.
Dr. Gopal spent many weeks in deep meditation and prayer, looking for the answers that he was looking for. After some time, a calm presence came over him, and he was prompted to go back to work. He was still looking for those answers he sought, but he had a feeling that they would come to him. Of course, we know it was Krishna's master plan that prompted him to go back to work so he can experience the real inner transformation. So let's see what happens when Dr. Gopal returns, leaves his head in the forest, and brings his hands back into society.
Oh, Rishi, come on in.
Dr. Gopal, I heard you were back and I had to come visit you. How have you been? We're all kind of worried about you.
It's nice to see you, Rishi. Come on in, have a seat. I was actually on a journey of sorts and was looking for some answers. Can I make you some masala chai today?
Oh, yes. I love masala chai. So did you find what you were looking for?
I'm not sure. I feel a lot calmer than I did before, but I'm still confused about a few things. You always had interesting things to say in class, Rishi. It actually reminds me a lot of the discussions I used to have with my own son. We would always disagree on many different topics. He would question me just like you do in the class. But I've seen where that path can lead, and I don't want you to have to go down that same road. That's why I'm trying to give you the truth, plain and clear. I want you to lead a good and pure life, Rishi.
Dr. Gopal, I understand where you're coming from. I'm seeking the truth myself, which is why I took your class. But on my own journey, I have also found some tools which have helped me so much. Can I share them with you?
Rishi, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but no thank you. I don't think I need any more tools. I have found the truth, as I said before, through the teachings of my dear Lord Krishna.
Come on, just keep an open mind. Who knows? It might at least help you decrease some of the stress you're feeling about the atrocities going on in the world.
Okay, fine. What do you want to show me, Rishi?
Great! Alright, well, first we have to sit on the floor.
Oh, alright, I'll try it, but I have another meeting at 3, so let's make it quick.
Okay, first, take a few deep breaths. Gaze at the flame, letting the image settle on your mind. Now close your eyes and imagine as the flame starts at your eyes and moves throughout your whole body, filling you up with light. Keep breathing deeply.
I feel this strange new presence. I don't know what it is. Sort of a vision. Oh my goodness. Is this my primary school?
Just keep breathing deeply and let it happen.
Hey, that little kid is me.
Yes, it is, Gopal.
Am I hearing voices? Who are you? Is that Jesus?
Yes, my dear child.
Oh boy, Jesus has come to convert me to Christianity. Don't you know Jesus? I am already Christian. As in, I worship only Krishna. There is no need for you to try and convert me to your false teachings.
Dear Gopal, oh, don't you know? I was never a Christian myself. I grew up Jewish, but that is beside the point. I taught people to love one another, just as Krishna does. In fact, we are very similar, Krishna and I.
What? You and my Krishna are similar? I mean, how dare you say that? Krishna is the Lord Almighty. He gave the Bhagavad Gita to the whole world.
Think carefully, Gopal. Both of us were born of immaculate conceptions. In both of our cases, angels warned our parents that an oppressive ruler would try to kill us. So our parents took extreme measures to save our lives. Both of us have performed miracles and battled terrible evil. Both of us came to the world to bring the truth to humanity at our specific times.
Well, you are just in my head anyway. I can't argue with a dream vision.
Don't be so sure what is real and what is a dream, Gopal. Anyway, I wanted to show you the purity of your childhood. Watch this scene closely.
Before we learn today's song, let's all welcome our new student, Gopal.
Like Go Green?
Anmol, you know better than that. Be nice. Do you remember what happened to you on your first day at school?
How can I forget? Everyone kept calling me Animal. It made me feel so sad.
Exactly, Anmol. We should always pronounce people's names correctly, because names have important meaning. You should say sorry to Gopal.
I'm sorry I messed up your name.
It's okay.
All right, let's get started with our song. Here's how it goes.
Have white skin, I have black skin. You have a small nose.
I have big toes.
You may not look like me,
I may not look like you, but inside everything you know is true.
But Mrs. Murthy, I don't understand this song. My parents told me I can't be friends with black people.
My parents say the exact same thing, and I don't get it. Aren't we all just people?
Well, what do you all think about that?
I think it's crazy. My best friend is black, and she's the bestest friend in the whole wide world.
I guess it's kind of weird to treat someone differently based on their skin color.
I think you're onto something, Darshan.
I learned in my Sunday school class that Krishna says on the inside we're all the same.
Hey, I learned about that in science class. That inside, we're all the same. Just a bunch of blood and guts.
Ew, Anmol, stop it.
Okay, well, you're both right. The important thing is who we are on the inside is not defined by what we look like on the outside. That's what this lesson is all about today. Now let's all sing our song together.
We're all together
On the inside,
though we may seem different. We are one, we are love, we are all together on the inside, though we may seem different. We are one, we are love.
That's an awesome song, Miss Murthy. I'm gonna teach it to my parents.
Glad you liked it, Gopal. Did you all learn something from the song?
I learned that our skin color doesn't matter. What's inside is what counts.
but if our skin color doesn't matter, then why does my mom tell me to put on Fair and Lovely every single day? It's so annoying.
Anmol, your skin color is just a part of who you are. In fact, there is plenty to be proud of. Your race, culture, and traditions are so rich, and to be upset about your color would be so sad. Because even though we are all the same on the inside, your differences are what makes you so special.
Yeah, if I had white skin, I wouldn't be able to eat yummy idli, sambar, and rafa dosa every day after school.
Yes, you're right, Gopal. We should be proud of our culture, especially when it's so yummy.
Ha ha ha. All right, kiddos. Great job learning your song today. Remember, no matter how different we may look on the outside, we are one. We are
God!
Awesome! See you all tomorrow.
I'm glad I joined this class. You guys seem really cool.
You can be our pal. Go, pal. I mean Gopal.
Nice to meet you. Let's all go to recess together.
See, Gopal, as a child, you had such a pure heart. When you were younger, you saw no differences. Black, white, brown. It was all the same to you.
You're right, Jesus. I barely even recognize myself anymore. I don't know, I guess things were easier when we were younger. But as I grew up, I became more and more influenced by my parents, peers, as they would share the harsh realities of our society. I became more and more closed off to the world. And as a result, my heart has become numb.
Gopal, truly I say to you, unless you find that child within you, that purity of spirit, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. As a child, you saw all as one, no matter what others around you said. Be a pure-hearted child once more, my dear son, and I shall help you carry the burden.
Wow. Even though I criticized you earlier, I suddenly feel this same wisdom and calmness from you that I get when I pray to my dear Krishna. I wish I could go back to that time without any pain. I wish I could have an open heart like the child you just showed me.
You can, my dear child. I bless you so that you will have an open heart again. Have patience, and it shall happen soon.
See
Rishi and Dr. Gopal continued these meditation sessions over the next few weeks. Through these sessions, Dr. Gopal experienced many different masters who helped him realize his mistakes that he had made in the recent past, which had led him to become closed to diversity. He started witnessing an immense transformation within himself, but yet he had to face his most traumatic past. Often, when we go through tough times, just in order to get through our day-to-day life, we try our best to forget those tough times, the pain. Yet, this can often be a trap, and it can actually be difficult for us to undergo spiritual transformation. So let's see how Dr. Gopal deals with revisiting his past, his memories that he's tried so hard to forget.
I don't know what this is, Rishi, but this seems to be bringing me closer to the answers that I've always been seeking.
That's wonderful, Professor. Let's add something new today as well.
To the masala chai?
No, to the meditation. Let's close our eyes and breathe deeply. But this time, imagine your Lord Krishna is blessing you with all the light that is entering your body and filling you up entirely. See your Lord Krishna in all his glory.
Wow. This is amazing. I feel such strong connection today. It's so vivid.
Yes, connect deeply and let it flow through you. Lord Krishna is watching over you, smiling at you and blessing you.
My child, for a very long time you have prayed to me, asking for answers. The time has come for you to receive the answers you seek.
My dear Lord, I can't believe you are actually here. I've been praying to you my whole life. Please bless me and guide me.
Let me show you something you need to see.
Oh dear Krishna, this is too much to handle. I I haven't seen my son Anand since that day. Why are you showing me this? It hurts too much.
I know. I am here with you, my dear child. Just watch and see.
Dad, I heard about this really neat service project that's happening next weekend. Can we go?
Service project?
With all the stuff that's been going on recently in the world, and it's been all over the news, the refugee community needs a lot of aid right now. There's a service project to help them. Dad? Dad, are you even listening to me?
I spend hours and hours every morning doing my chanting to Krishna. Only God can save us from these issues. What can one person do anyway?
You're always reading the news and complaining about the conflicts in the world and teaching your students about how they should think. But I want to get out there and do something about it, Dad. Why don't we go serve the refugee community? It's a great way to help out during this whole refugee crisis.
I suppose we can, but when are you going to wake up at 3 a.m. and join me for my prayers? Anyway, I could probably spare an hour or two next weekend to go do some service. What are we going to be doing there?
Well, they've received many donated items from groups all over the city, but they need volunteers like us to go through and sort and distribute them to the refugees.
Well, it sounds like a good project. All right, we can do it since you seem so passionate about it. Where is the venue?
That's the most exciting part. It's going to be at the Al Masjid Mosque. They've been so nice to open up their community hall to the public for this project.
This is the next Saturday, you said? I just realized I will need to plan my lessons for next semester that day. We won't be able to go to this service project of yours. Sorry, Anand.
But Dad, you just said you were free next weekend. Why can't we go? I really want to help out with the refugees.
Listen, beta, you can find another way to help out, okay? You can pick up some medical volunteering with my colleague, Dr. Chandra, and do something normal. He runs a free clinic you can help with. It'll give you good experience for your medical school and a lot of community hours for your own resume. What's so difficult to understand?
I really want to serve the refugees though, Dad. You've been showing me how all these refugees are being displaced from their home nations. And I want to help, Dad. Why did you change your mind all of a sudden? Is it because it's at a mosque?
Don't ask these questions, okay? Just do as I say.
I knew it. I can't believe you're so intolerant, Dad. You raised me and taught me the value of loving every person and serving those that I meet. That's why I wanted to be a doctor, so that I can serve. But you don't want me to serve people if they're from a different religion?
It's not that I don't want you to serve them. You know that we have learned from our temple is the truth. You shouldn't go around exposing yourself to untruths. I cannot let you associate with people whose beliefs are completely different from ours, your own upbringing. We can have compassion for them, yes, but we are not going to do this service project, okay?
I'm done, Dad. Can you listen to yourself? How is this in line with Krishna's teachings? I can't listen to you discriminate so openly like this. One day, you're going to understand how close-minded you are about all of this and realize that you're completely in the wrong.
Oh, Krishna, where did I go wrong?
My dear child, remember, my love, Krishna's love, is Para Bhakti, unconditional divine love. My love does not discriminate between caste, color, creed, nationality, religion. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Sage Vyasa has written my words, that whose self is in harmony with the whole universe, who loves all and serves all. This man loves me and is dear to me.
But my Jagannath Krishna, I have done nothing but love and worship you for years, my whole life. Why then did I have to face so much hardship and pain? Why then did my son defy me like this?
You have loved me in this form, yes, but you have not yet seen nor understood the Krishna Purushottama which lives within every person, everything, every atom of this universe. Like my flute here, every part of this universe is but my instrument, which plays beautiful music when my breath flows through it. Your son, Anand, began to see this Krishna inside of all. And that is at your merit, because you taught him how to love me so dearly. Yet you did not allow him to follow this love, because you only saw Krishna within the limits of this body.
But my lord, I saw exactly what happened when he decided to venture outside the safety of our own traditions and beliefs. Maybe he did that out of love, but look what happened. My son died because of his decisions. I lost him because he decided to follow that serving heart of his and go abroad for a year before medical school to help those refugees he loved so much. But where was his love for his God, for his traditions, for his own father? He disobeyed me and he died because of it. How can I ever accept that?
Child, you yearn for the truth, yet you still do not know the truth. It is time that I showed you what really happened to your son.
Anand Gopal always had a loving heart growing up. Like his father, he was troubled by the stories in the news about injustice around the world, and he especially felt compassion for the refugees in the Middle East. Dr. Gopal made sure that everyone knew that his son, Anand, would grow up to be a fantastic doctor. But instead of going to medical school after college, Anand decided to follow his heart and travel abroad to work with the refugees. Of course, his father feared for his son's safety. But more than anything else, Dr. Gopal was angry at his son for choosing to go to what he saw as a God-forsaken place. Rather than engage himself with the whereabouts of his son and worries of how he was doing, Dr. Gopal threw himself into his work, working with a passion like never before.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, when the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse?
But in so many ways, Dr. Gopal didn't know the full truth. Even for Anand, it was a very difficult decision to alter his life plan and go serve the refugees. But he had to follow his heart. Because, you see, Anand knew his heart wouldn't last for much longer. In his final year of college, Anand started feeling some tight pains in his chest and went to the doctor without telling his father. thinking nothing of it. But it turned out to be much worse than he thought. The doctor diagnosed him with an inherited disease that caused early-stage heart failure and gave him only a year more to live. Anand knew it would destroy his father to tell him such terrible news, and he also knew that if he only had a short time left, he wanted to make a difference in the world now, before it was too late. His relationship with his father had been strained so much those last few months that he didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. Yet, as his condition worsened, Anand became even more passionate about his mission. He lived in dangerous areas, but helped numerous refugees escape the oppression and violence of their home countries. One fateful day, the airstrikes hit the area where Anand was working. The strikes were merciless. No body was recovered. But Anand's heart beat harder than ever in those last few moments. Till the very end, his heart cried out Krishna's name. He lived Krishna's message. He spent his last breath saving the lives of those whom he could save. But Dr. Gopal never knew about his son's illness. When he heard the news, he immediately blamed it on Anand's defiance of what he believed in. He threw himself even deeper into his traditions and rejected diversity, rejected otherness. But little did he know that his Anand was living the loving teachings of his Lord Krishna. He was living proof of the message, love all, serve all. And though Anand's fate was sealed by his heart condition, he served with a loving heart, not discriminating against those he helped, even until the very end.
Shama Murti Sai Baba, Prema Murti Satya Sai, Shama Murti Sai Baba, Prema Murti Satya Sai, Ek baar Shama karo Sai, Mere Baba Shri Satya Sai, Ek baar Shama karo Sai, Mere Baba Shri Satya Sai.
Lights will guide you home, ending your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Lord Krishna has now shown Dr. Gopal the truth of the past. Now let us see how this truth plays out into his future.
Oh Lord, I can finally see a glimpse of the truth, but it hurts so much.
Yes, Professor. See, you have found the truth within. Be proud of your son. He has saved so many, and even in his death, you see, he has saved you.
My dear Anand, you are right. My son had such a loving heart, so much so that he didn't even want to hurt me by telling me the truth. And now I see how wrong I was. Anand has shown me how to be a better person, how to love all without barriers. It doesn't matter where you're from or what type of person you are. What really matters is how much you love every single person in every single moment of our lives. I didn't accept others' differences for the way they were. In fact, I condemned differences. I thought it was his different choices that brought Anand's end. But now, in fact, I realize that my son lived Krishna's teachings better than I could ever have. How will God ever forgive me?
Dr. Gopal, God loves you so very much.
How can it be, though? Throughout my whole life, I have held judgment against others based on their religion, on their race, on their background. How can I ever be forgiven for that?
Remember, love all, serve all, no exclusions. That includes even you, Dr. Gopal. The love begins with yourself. It is because Krishna and every form of God are just expressions of the divinity which are within each and every single one of us. That divinity is even within you, Professor.
So, Rishi, Krishna is within me? And within you too? Is that why we love all and serve all? Because we are loving and worshipping the same God within everyone?
You are even more correct than you think.
Incredible! I have never had my ideas of truth this challenged before, and so many questions answered. I miss Anand more than ever, but I know now his death was part of a greater plan, Rishi. How did you know all of this? How have you been so wise as to teach me these incredible truths? Like my own son, you questioned my beliefs but helped me to reach the answers I prayed for so long. Rishi, oh wow!
My divine child, I am always watching over you. You may go astray, but I will always be there to relight the lamp of love in your heart. You are my devotee, and I am in all. Worship me through loving all and serving all. Start with yourself and spread that love to the whole world like your son Anand did. Challenge yourself and embrace the truths that are all around you. I am in all. Love me by loving all.
You are my disciple when you love even your enemies. Do good unto all people. Do unto others as you would want done unto you.
All beings have the Buddha nature and essence within them. One can become a supreme enlightened being if one practices diligently and attains purity of mind. My child, follow your Dharma to love all and spend time in Sangha, surrounded by spiritual company who builds these values of love and service within you.
Yes, my dear one, you have cried out for many years in pain and sadness, asking why the world has to be this way. You, yourself, have suffered because of the violence and hatred in this world. Yet, you have learned that you can see the change in the world only if the change starts with you. You must be a bright shining star for those around you and reflect positivity you want to see on the outside. Only then will the world be a better place.
We have but relit the spark of love in your heart. It is now up to you to build that. Let it grow into a tremendous fire of inspiration and goodness that can be spread to all those who you come across.
Subhanallah, you have been graced by the love of God who resides beside you, around you, and within you. You have grown past your personal boundary to accept and love those who are different than you, even my followers who you felt at odds with before. All devotees of the Lord, in any different form, are one and the same.
Take comfort, Anand is with us now. He has merged with the divine at my lotus feet. And you have the power to help his legacy live on through the light of love that burns so brightly now within your own heart. Go now, Dr. Gopal. Go now and change yourself. Go now and change the world.
Rama 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 Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda Krishna Krishna Hashem Basimcha, Idu Hashem Basimcha, Idu Hashem Basimcha, serve the Holy One with joy, serve the Holy One with joy, serve the Holy One with joy, serve the Holy One with joy. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji bolo. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam Ji bolo. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam Ji bolo. Ram, 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 Ram Ji bolo. Rama, 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 Rama Ji bolo. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Vaheguru, 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 oh, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana साई बाबा जी की समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु
प्रथम पूज्य गणनाता भव भय भंजन नित्य निरंजन भव भय भंजन नित्य निरंजन सिद्धि विनायक देवा सिद्धि विनायक देवा मंगलदायक शंभु मनोहर मंगलदायक शंभु मनोहर प्रथम पूजा गणनाता प्रथम पूजा गणनाता विघ्न विनाशक देवनि देवा आदि सनातन देवा प्रथम पूज्य गणनाता भय भंजन नित्य निरंजन सिद्धि विनायक देवा मंगलदायक शंभो मनोहर प्रथम पूज्य गणनाता प्रथम पूज्य गणनाता विघ्न विनाशक देवादिदेवा नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी जय हे शंभो जय हे शंभो नटराजा हे नंदिवाहना नागाभरणा नंदिवाहना नागाभरणा पाटलोचना परम शिवा पाललोचना परम शिवा पावन चरणा पाहि महेशा पावन चरणा पाहि महेशा नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी जय हे शंभो नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी नंदिवाहना नागाभरणा पाललोचना परम शिवा पावन चरणा पाहि महेशा पावन चरणा पाहि महेशा नटराजा हे त्रिपुरारी
सकल भुवन के दाता
सकल जगत के स्वामी तू ही मेरे माँ बाप भैया तू ही मेरे साईं बाबा ओम भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
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 ओम भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
ओम भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
बाबाय नमः भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः तू ही सकल जगत के स्वामी सत्य साई बाबाय नमः
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्ति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका आभस्वानः ओम जय जगदीश माता पिता गुरुदैव हरियन्तयो देवे स्वामी हरियन्तयो देवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राश्रय ओम जय जगदीश सुंदर रूप उदसी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंतु मंगल आरती अंतर गिरिधार ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति शांति सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति